Wake up, Harmony. It's morning time. Too nice to sleep.
Oh, good morning, Rhapsody. You're up bright and early this morning.
It's too nice to be sleeping, Harmony. We miss all the fun when we're sleeping. Now, what are we going to do today? Daisies. Daisies?
We need fresh daisies for our vase.
Oh.
We could go to the top of the garden and pick a bunch.
You could pick daisies and I could fly through the air.
Hello there! Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the special magic fairy dust that Harmony and Rhapsody gave me to make myself big! Just for a little while, so I can dance a special dance without being trodden on. Special magic fairy dust. Please make my wish come true. Just for a tiny little time, please make me big! Thank you!
Some people think a bee's only job is to collect sweet nectar and buzz around a lot. But if they knew me as well as you do, they know I'm a very good dancer too. Hip, hop, buzzy, 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 flip, flop, buzzy, 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 bip, bop, buzzy, 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 bee. Hip, hop, buzzy, 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 flip, flop, buzzy, 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 bip, bip, bop, bop, buzzy, 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 bee. The first thing to do is a backwards bop. Put both feet together, then hop, 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 and wiggle your bottom from left to right. Put your hands in the air, then out of sight. Then you stop and you hop from leg to leg. Then you slither around like a slippy fried egg. Touch your toes, touch your knees, then cross your heart and spin around and back to the start. Hip, hop, buzzy, 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 flip, flop, buzzy, 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 bip, bop, buzzy, 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 bee.
It's been so long since we've seen any sign of the fairies.
Oh no, top of the garden, children. I can't let them see me. I must hide. Fast.
We used to find fairy dust all over the garden, but I haven't seen any for ages and ages. I'm sure they're still living close by. Perhaps it's because we haven't made them a fairy ring for ages. You know, out of flowers. Well, let's do it. Let's make a fairy ring. And if we find chocolates in it later on, we'll know the fairies have been. You only want to make a fairy ring because you think you might get chocolates. So, sounds like a good reason to me. It's a good idea anyway, Arabella. If the fairies are still living in the garden, they're sure to come and dance around the fairy ring. Okay, let's start collecting flowers.
Whew. That was close. They nearly saw me. I'm going to go back to Fairyland and tell Harmony and Rhapsody about the fairy ring right now. Come on, come with me. It's all well and good being big for a little while, but it's impossible to get back into Fairyland this size. Luckily, I still have some special magic fairy dust to make myself small again. Special magic fairy dust. Please make my wish come true. Turn me back to Buzzy Bee size. A Bizzy Buzzy Big thank you.
Come on, come on!
Oh, where are the fairies? Such excitement, such fun, such special news, and the fairies are nowhere to be found. What am I worried for? I can just call them with the special fairy call. Now let's see. Yeah. Fairy 1, Fairy 2, Fairy 3, Harmony, Rhapsody. Oh, I wonder. They must be in the snuggery. Can you help me call them? Oh, fairy-tastic! On the count of Fairy 3. Ready? Fairy 1, Fairy 2, Fairy 3, Harmony, Rhapsody!
It's Barnaby the Bizzy Buzzy Bee. Quick, let's go outside to Fairyland and see what he wants. Hi, Barnaby! We were in the snuggery and we heard you calling us.
Oh, fairies! Such excitement! Such special news! The children at the top of the garden have made you a surprise!
Oh, slow down, Barnaby. You're buzzing around like a busy buzzy bee.
That's because I am a busy buzzy bee, Harmony, and I can't slow down. Because something exciting is happening. The children at the top of the garden are making you a fairy ring!
Oh, wow! How do you know?
Well, I was flying at the top of the garden. It was a beautiful day. The sun was shining, and I decided to use some of your magic fairy dust to make myself big. And when I made myself big, I finished my song and dance. And the top of the garden children came up the path.
Oh, they didn't see you, did they, Barnaby?
Of course not, Harmony. I dived behind a bush, and whilst I was behind a bush, I heard William, Arabella and Emma deciding to make you a fairy ring. And when they ran off to the garden to collect the flowers, I flew straight back to Fairyland to tell you!
Well, thanks for telling us, Barnaby. It's been ages since the top of the garden children have made us a fairy ring.
Oh, and fairies, Emma is really worried that you're not living at the top of the garden anymore. She says she hasn't seen any magic fairy dust in ages and ages.
Oh, well, thanks for letting us know, Barnaby. It would be awful if the children stopped believing in fairies.
Oh, come on, Harmony. My wings are starting to wiggle. Bye, Barnaby! Come on. What a fan-fairy-tastic fairy ring! Nobody's around. Let's make ourselves just as big as real people and have a fairy dance.
Tigger, jigger, rimini, digger, magic wand, please make us bigger.
We love a fairy ring, it makes us dance and sing, skipping in a circle and fluttering our wings, dancing round the pretty flowers, yes we can dance for hours, oh yes we love a fairy ring. We love a fairy ring, it makes us dance and sing, skipping in a circle and fluttering our wings, dancing round the pretty flowers, yes we can dance for hours, oh yes we love a fairy, oh yes we love a fairy, oh yes we love a fairy, oh yes we love a fairy ring.
That was so much fun. Oh, I'm so glad that the children believe in fairies and they make fairy rings for us. Oh, we should leave something special for Arabella, William and Emma.
Well, it's a lovely idea, Rhapsody. How about a little bag of magic fairy stones and a note to say thank you?
Oh, the girls will think that's perfect, Harmony, but knowing William, he'll be hoping his treat is made of chocolate.
Well, that should let them know how much fun we had dancing around their fairy ring.
Oh, quick, the children are coming. We can't let them see us.
Look! It worked! The fairies have been! And they've left us a magic fairy stone. And a tiny fairy note. Who cares about stones and a letter? They've left us chocolates. But I thought if the fairies came, they'd leave us fairy dust. I think the fairies heard you, Emma.
I think Emma got a double surprise today. Have you ever found fairy dust in your garden?
Thank you so much for sharing this morning with us. I'm sure you will agree there is no better word to describe the fairy ring than
Fantastic! But now it's time to go. So until next time, from Rhapsody and from me, Harmony, fairy goodbye!